Girl, LCK tied up her hair, put it in a bonnet, and came all the way to this reunion to get told every which way but loose. And y'all was sad that they was booing her. Charlie, y'all ready to talk about it? Let's juice.
Come on, Blaze.
It's a beef for me.
Wah, 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 for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Drop it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Do it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Come on, baby, we are.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Voodoo Doll TV, back with a quick little juice or whatever the case may be. And girl, we over here talking about Baddies Africa Reunion Part 1. Now, we all know Baddies USA is coming up. And in the meantime, between time, we gonna deal with this Baddies Africa reunion. And why, for the life of me, LCK decided that this was going to be the reunion she stand on business, I will never understand. And why y'all keep giving participation trophies to LCK for standing on business and falling on the ground, I will never get that either. I'm tired of LCK. I'm tired. I'm tired, Lord. I'm tired. And Rollie came out there and rolled her like a meatball. Yes, she did. And you know what? She deserved it. LCK came out there calling phase as if her hands matched the phase she was calling. Child, but anyways, we got all of that going on and all of that, and a host of other fights and arguments and things of that nature. But before we get into all of that, I need you guys to do me a favor. First and foremost, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and make sure y'all drop down in them comments, girl. Let me know what y'all think about this episode, because there was a lot going on. And let me say this. I know they're going to stretch this reunion out to what? 3 episodes? Hopefully not 4, Lord, because we need to get this over with. But I just need the fights to happen faster and a little less dialogue. That's all I'm gonna say. But anyway, grab your things, your liquor, your earbud, your Zai, get all your stuff, girl, because we about to get in this episode, honey. And once again, don't forget to like the video. But let's get into the episode, girl. So now, before we get in the episode, I want to get into a few little pics I found on Twitter and tell y'all what I think about them. So here are the little three, Fauna, Skrilla, and K-Rican. They taking their bald head pictures, I guess, before or after the fight. Either way, it still looked like they won and lost at the same time. But shout out to the big three because they were the entertainment as per Tommy, and they came and delivered. Now we have Pretty P online looking like somebody's old aunt, asking if there's something that she can get for the scar on her neck. Now, I don't know if Natalie bit her or if LCK sliced her with her fangs. But either way, girl, Pretty P, put you some calamine lotion on there, girl, and leave us alone. Get your old, auntie, young-looking self off of here, girl. And here we have Big Lex as beige as she want to be, fading into gray, showing off her shiner. Now, I'm not sure who gave it to her, and fans are speculating a few people. But either way, when you fighting a girl like Lex who have arms as long as a daddy long legs, girl, it don't matter if you lose the fight. If you could give her a scar, girl, you won. So I don't know who did it, but girl, congratulations. Now, here we have a few photos I stole off of Twitter, and these are the battles that they say coming up. And I will say, looking at these battles, Natalie versus Diamond, Rollie versus Elsie, and Pretty P versus Elsie, we've already seen Rollie and Elsie, and then Pretty P and Elsie. I'm definitely looking forward to Natalie running up on Diamond, and I'm not going to lie, from what I saw the little clip, it looked like Natalie might have won that fight, and that would really upset me because this would literally break Natalie's 25-year streak of losing every fight on TV. So Diamond about it. Please, whatever you got to dig down in to get, dig down and get it, girl. You got everything on the line here. We got Dolly and Pretty P, Lex and Fauna, and then Dolly and Cold Killer. Now, I ain't gonna lie. When I saw Pretty P roll up on Dolly, it looked like Pretty P was washing her up. And you know Dolly got a fragile face, girl. So I don't know who won that fight, but it looked like it's given to Pretty P. Fauna and Lex, I don't know if Fauna looked like she might have got one more in on it and might have gave Lex the shiner. And then we got Dolly and Killer, girl. It could go either way, girl. Because Dolly, by that time, face done already broke like a doggone picture frame. Either way, moving on. Now we got Cold Killer and Lex, Dolly and Tavy, and then Dolly and K-Rican. First of all, what is Killer and Lex fighting for? Lex, you just fighting anybody because you got a black eye. Dolly and Tavy, girl, y'all look like two niggas fighting. Why is y'all fighting? For what? For what? And Tavy, you gonna get beat up every time too. You just big and strong for nothing. Girl, like a brownie paper towel that's tore in the middle. Girl, Tavy, get off of here. And then Dolly and K-Rican, girl, I'm pretty sure by the time this fight happened, Dolly's face had to be put back together again like Humpty Dumpty, girl. And then finally, Fana and Tavi, they jump on Big Lex, Miranda, whatever her name is, and Cold Killer, and then Anna versus Summer. Let's start with the first fight, Fana and Tavi versus Big Lex. I ain't gonna lie, I don't like jumping, but I will allow it because Big Lex is a heavy hitter. Girl, that's like fighting a Jolly Green Giant. Girl, we gotta jump. So I gotta give him that. Then you got Miranda and Cold Killer. Now this is an odd one because remember, they acted like they was friends. Whole time Miranda was smashing on Cold Killer baby father. And they was acting like it was cool, but then soon as the tape cut, next thing you know, they got beef and now they want to come on the internet and fight. Girl, what is going on? Skrilla, is you still bouncing on that lady, old man? And Miranda, is you still bouncing on that lady, baby father? Is that why y'all fighting, girl? What's tea? Child, I can only speculate. And then Anna versus Summer, I'm still trying to figure out why Anna was here. I mean, yeah, she had 2 big fights, but still, I forgot she was even on the episodes. Like, I guess. Girl, let's get into the episode, girl. I'm tired of these heifers. So now the episode opens up. We got Pretty P, Diamond the Body, and Miranda in the backstage talking. And I was so proud of Pretty P. She finally got a top to fit them heavy ass belugas on her chest. Because, you know, she just refused to buy the right size tops, you know? But neither here nor there. Pretty P is here. You know, all the girls get dressed up before the reunion so they can come out there and fight in tennis shoes and bald heads and all of that. And Pretty P says she won't smoke with anybody who won't smoke with her. Now, on the flip side, Rollie is over there talking to Anna with a bare face, and I wanted to know where was the makeup artist. I mean, I know Halloween like a week away, but still, this too early. So now the girls sit down to talk about who they gonna get into it with, and they ask Scotty about her fighting Lex and also her having issues with anybody else. You know, Scotty is on here talking about she don't mind standing on business, but when Rollie asked her what's the real tea between her and doggone Lex, I was just waiting for her to just be honest and say, girl, we be scissoring sometimes, and it's just like pent up aggression. Like, why didn't you just tell us? Like, we already feel like that's what it is. Like, just tell us, because y'all beefing for no reason. I mean, the way Lex always trying to fight you and you always playing victim is giving cat and mouse. Lex is already hella masculine and you love a good top. Girl, please. So I'm just saying, I know y'all dagging on the low round there and you probably don't want to hurt Lemmy Well feelings, but girl, blink twice so we can know what's tea. Because that's the only reason why y'all still fighting. Move around, Yellow Mellow. And as it pertains to Anna Mac, I don't know why she's here. This is no shade. Yes, Anna Mac came back and fought Stunner. And yes, she came back and fought Summer. I can't remember it was. I mean, that's cool, but none of that was enough for Anna Mac to come back. Like, we literally forgot she was in the season until they replayed the fights. Like, no cap. Like, girl, bye. Now, Tavy decided she needed to find a clique to sing with and hang with. So she decided to hang with Cole, Krilla, Skrilla, you know, the Lil 3 and all of that. And I'm over here saying, girl, if you need salvation, just say that. But either way, the girls say they ready to fight. They ready for whatever. They say they got whatever on their mind. And you already know they was game planning. And I'm pretty sure Final was the quarterback. And Tavy, when you get the Mario coins knocked out of you, don't you say nothing, Big Bird. And speaking of the lady of the first 20 minutes, because she'll never be the lady of the hour, LCK. First and foremost, I got to give her props. You look real good right here, Fat. Yes, you do. You don't look dingy. You don't look like you smell like the Goodwill. You know what I mean? You don't look like your wig came out the thrift store. You look real cute, girl. I don't know who dressed you or whatever, but that's cute. But I have a question. Why you came on here asking to fight like you know how to fight? Like, just out of genuine curiosity, why would you do that? Don't worry about it. It's rhetorical. So now LCK sits down with the big 3 because she has no allies. Apparently Choco can't make it because she ain't got no visa. Girl, if your visa only let you go 2 states over in Africa, just say that. Girl, Choco couldn't go nowhere but next door. I'm tired of Choco. Get her off of here. But either way, LCK says she's standing on business because people was talking about her and having a lot to say about her. But let me tell you what it is. People are realizing that LCK is fake, okay? Let's let the cat out the bag. LCK put on a whole persona to come on Baddies to get on TV for whatever opportunity she's trying to seek. But this is not LCK. LCK seems to think that she's above all of this. I remember one time she was saying lace fronts was ghetto, all types of stuff. LCK played everybody and she plays a character, and that's why she's mad at Rollie. And that's also why she's gonna get mad enough to get rolled like a meatball. That's it. That's the gist of it. I don't feel bad for Elsie. When they dragged her and booed her when she came out, I was over here clapping, and it is what it is. Don't feel sorry for her. Moving on. Now, as for Miranda, they finally asked her, girl, well, we heard you and Skrilla got beef, girl, what's tea? And she was like, well, I don't know. As far as I know, we was cool. And then next thing you know, she was calling my phone with my man sleeping in the background, trying to let me hear him snore. And I asked her, I said, I thought we was cool on Baddies. And she was like, I thought we was too, but I want my man back. I want my baby daddy back. She was like, and after that, it's been up. Now, I haven't seen her, even though we live right around the corner from each other. I haven't ran into her. But if I run into her on this episode or on this reunion, then I guess I'm going to have to do my big one. And we know I don't do a big one, so I guess I'm going to just have to fall. And as for Pretty P, she said a few people had mentioned her name. She had to leave and come back. But either way, she on with whatever anybody else is on. And Pretty P, you starting to give me a little Latifah Tasiki tease. If you just gonna come to fight, girl, we don't need you for the season. I'm just saying. And they asked Pretty P about the situation with Natalie asking her to jump in the fight with Diamond the Body. And Pretty P said, girl, no, I ain't want to jump in that fight. It just didn't make sense. Girl, just said Diamond the Body was your friend and you ain't want to fight that girl. That's all you had to say? Girl, ain't nobody worried about Natalie getting beat up. She done been beat up by better, girl. And worse. Girl, let Natalie live. She be all right. Now, Natalie has found this newfound friendship in the big three, and I can see right through this. Natalie is a user, and what she's doing is using the big three to be her muscle during this whole situation, kind of like have her back through it all, because as she can see, she can get clocked from either way, and that's what she's doing, buying these girls gifts, buttering them up, giving them all chains, just so they can have her back. And what I'm hoping is these girls are very, very smart, and smart enough to see the play, and actually uses the chin just for how the chin is going to use them, because it's going to happen. It's inevitable. I'm just saying. But either way, Natalie has new friends and she has them in the backstage telling them that she's not coming out right away because she got beef and she don't know how it's going to come. And look at Dolly. You know what's crazy? Other than the mask being white, it really looks like her. That's how her hair be looking every time she get into a fight. Dolly, what is you doing? But I guess, like I said, this is Natalie's muscle. So look at Natalie. You guys, I'm so happy you're backstage with me. Oh my God, pass me my vapes. I bought you guys new vapes. Listen, I'm not coming out until the end because that's when I'm gonna fight Diamond. So I need you guys to fight everybody else. So by the time I fight Diamond, everyone else is so tired, I don't have to worry about getting beat up twice. Do you guys agree? I bought you new bags. What do you say? And look at Dolly. Hell yeah, we bought that shit. I don't care about none of that, girl. Them hoes. Dolly, go lay down. Please, girl. You need bubble wrap around your whole body. Dolly, please, go away from me with this. So all the girls raised their vapes up to the sky in unison to symbolize the new union that they had, and also symbolize being crash dummies for a woman who throat about to give out on her because of them vapes. Girl, you can't make this up. Dumb and the dumbest. Girl, please. And speaking of dumb, what in the HE double hockey sticks is this? Now, why would they start the first 5 minutes of the program with Natalie and Lemon Pepper on here trying to stay on the beat? Girl, I can't stand everybody down to the Zeus. As a matter of fact, I'm drafting up my cease and desist. Oh, yes, is drafting it up. This gotta be some form of torture. What is y'all doing? And then y'all running around the stage like y'all really doing y'all big one. And Lemon Pepper done borrow his big brother clothes, put them big old baggy clothes on, and came on this stage. Girl, him and Natalie look like their mama told them, get dressed for the talent show and come show me how you used to do that number. Girl, they looked at a mess. And do you want to know what's worse? This what they really thought they looked like. You can't tell me when they was at rehearsal, they didn't think that they was going to come off like these two. Girl, Lemon Pepper and Natalie looked this so bad. They can't rap. They both off beat. Natalie already half a clear, so she already got the clear woman creeping out on her every half a beat. Girl, this really what they thought they was giving. Girl, they looked this so bad. And the fact that Zeus Diddy thought he was going to get away with this and I wasn't going to say nothing really blew the back of my wig off. I ain't even going to lie. It gave me cradle cap. Nigga, I know you lying to me. Take them damn clothes off and get off these people's stage and put down that microphone immediately. And if you ever pick one back up again, it'll be the last time you have your fingers, okay? And Natalie, you are the face of what's wrong with music. I don't know who told you get in the booth, and I don't know who released the doggone independent song from Bootsy to let you put Baddieba, whatever the hell you be singing. Girl, Natalie, your chin get longer every time you sing it. If I was you, I would put down the microphone and pick up a chin strap. Do you hear me? But anyway, the performance went off without a hitch. They had a packed audience and 3 people bobbing their heads. So I'm pretty sure at least somebody enjoyed the situation. I mean, if I was in the audience, I would use this moment to go and get refreshments and use the ladies' room. Let's move on, girl. So now prior wife and now present side chick Janisha John, as usual, decided to grace the stage. And this year, she decided to give us a little cheetah print. I guess it's to kind of commemorate the Africa tease. But girl, it's giving me a little bit of colonizer, girl. Take that stuff off. In here we have none other than Bobby Lights. Literally, there's none other. Bobby Lights decided to pick his grandpa coat up, pick up the shoulder pads, and put together a little 1-2 to come host the reunion. I never really looked for a look out of Bobby because Bobby himself is a look. Does that make sense? So it is what it is. Bobby is just Bobby, and he got on all black, girl. Now, I did love that Bobby gave and paid homage to Roland Ray. Rest in peace to Roland Ray. Bobby Lights paid homage to Roland Ray by doing his iconic "I came back from the dead and they told me you still not that girl" type tease. I thought that was cute because, you know, at one time they had their little back and forth, but they obviously made up. And the fact that, you know, Bobby took this time to commemorate Roland Ray, I think it should be talked about because Roland Ray is a trendsetter and it is what it is. So shout out to Bobby Lights for that. And I told y'all Bobby been growing on me. I like Bobby, girl. Let's move on. Ugh. Now see? This what I'm talking about. Now you see what I'm talking about? Here comes Saucy. He decided that y'all let him roast him 2 seasons of the episodes with the reunions with the same outfit on. So this time, he went by his TD house. Yes, he did. He went found his dearest, greatest aunt. And baby Saucy went in that closet and pulled out the baddest, fiercest outfit from that time his auntie went to the Woman Thou Art Loose concert or whatever they call it or whatever. And Saucy decided to put on a wig and a beard and grace us with the confusion of it all. I'm not buying this, y'all. It never was really, I'm not buying it. Saucy, you look a mess. I mean, the full jean from top to bottom is really giving Lane Bryant tease. Like, girl, you could have just put on a little suit jacket like Bobby Lights. But anyway, I'm not even about to give Saucy all this time. Moving on. So now Saucy talks about all the fights he's interested in seeing, and he also made some good points that he don't like injured reserve, and he also feel like these girls need to get in the paint. And honestly, I agree. I also agree that we shouldn't be waiting to the reunion for these girls to pop it off either. Like, it's a whole lot that Saucy be saying that's on point. And this is why a lot of people like him to host the reunion, because he's the right amount of messy and he tells the stuff that everybody else be thinking. And you know what's something random, but a side note? Saucy had his boobs sitting up in that top like he really had cleavage. Girl, could you imagine the titties from the bike of that big burly Saucy? Girl, titties hard as a Chinese arithmetic test. Do you hear me? Girl, Saucy, move around. So now it's time to call out the people, and obviously Rollie comes out first. And I ain't gonna lie, some of these angles make me feel like Rollie ain't have no surgeries. Girl, Rollie came out that tunnel looking like a big old wrestler from WWE SmackDown, girl. Looked like she wrestled with the boys. Girl, there's no way LCK want to fight this lady. So they bring Rollie out and ask her if she had beef with anybody. And Rollie said the only person she really thinking about is doggone Natalie. She said because her and Natalie been having words back and forth online. And Natalie feels like she's trying to threaten her. But you know, at the end of the day, Natalie is threatened. Because Natalie gonna have to come up off that CEO title soon. Because ain't nobody checking for her. They phasing her out, allegedly. Okay. Now, next we have Scotty with the body. She's coming out, obviously, as Lemmy's old lady. He makes sure she at least get the top 3 spots. And this is one of the reasons why Natalie has been windmilling for her job. Let me tell you something. When Natalie brought Scotty onto this show and was going to have Scotty just doing her little 1-2 scissoring after each show, Natalie did not expect Scotty to actually step up and level up. And especially not with the boss of all bosses. And that's the big problem here. That's really what's going on. And I'm so tired of Scotty and her love triangles with all these girls. I'm just over it. And look at Anna. Looking like a drum major mascot. Girl, what do you have on, Anna? First of all, who invited you? But then on top of that, girl, what do you have on? Why Anna clothes always look like they came out the kids section? So Anna outside outside telling all the girls, she ready. They having her back on Baddies USA. It's going to be her, Biggie, and Tasiki. I call them the original three. So they going to all be back. So I guess that's why they brought her back to the reunion. But she's back, and they said she had gained a little weight. People were saying she had got some butt shots. But she said it's not butt shots. She's just been eating. And at first I was like, I don't know. But when I got the close up on her face, she's definitely picked up weight. She said she don't be drinking as much as she eating more. And you can see it all in her face. Girl, my girl got cakes, huh? Go ahead on, Anna. Anna said she about whatever. She here to just basically defend her title or whatever. She said, but whoever want to fight her, she want to fight them. And they did give her props beating up Stunner Girl because she did. Now that I'm thinking about it, everybody Natalie done brought on the show to fight. They done all got beat up, girl. What? Natalie might be a bad luck charm. Anyway, shout out to Anna for losing and gaining weight, girl, or whatever you doing. That's what happened when you get out that car and get into a house, girl. You see what God provides through a kitchen? Shout out to Anna Mae, girl. Next, we have Tommy, who actually looks her age. I don't know if it's the short pixie wig or I don't know if it's the two-tone browns. I don't know what it is, but she looks her age and she looks so good. Tommy came out and we know she turned over a new leaf. She said she tired of fighting, but yet and still, she's still on the show with her shenanigans. And I'm wondering, did security check that bag? Because we already know she come with props. Now, when Tommy came in, her and Saucy Santana embraced because Saucy really be cool with most of the girls. So that kind of made sense. But I forgot that Tommy had issues with Bobby Lights. Now, just like me, Bobby Lights got on Tommy's nerves probably. Don't get me the line about what, but all I know is they had a one-on-one to talk about it. Now, first, Bobby goes on to tell Tommy that she looks amazing, but they were kind of throwing shade back and forth, and you can kind of tell that it was kind of like cool, but kind of not cool. And then all of a sudden, Bobby asked Tommy, well, like, what's tea? Why we beefing? Why we can't just bury the hatchet? Like, boom, 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 you beautiful, I'm beautiful-ish, type teas or whatever. So Tommy realized she wasn't high enough to really go back and forth, so she was like, you know what, Bobby? We could be cool. We could be cool-ish. Not too cool, but just cool enough to say we cool, because, I don't really rock with a lot of punks or whatever. But Bobby Lights was like, that's cool. I've been rejected by better. So Bobby got up to kind of like embrace. At first, Tommy was hesitant because she don't do emotions, but she ended up giving Bobby Lights a hug, and Bobby Lights was like, you so pretty, you so pretty, you so pretty. It's just that, Bobby Lights don't want to have no more fights. Every time a woman get mad at Bobby Lights, they pop him in the back of the head. So he just want to save his head this reunion. So he decided to bury the hatchet. Shout out to Bobby Lights. Now, Tommy, like I said, has some seemingly matured, but we all know she got that bag, and Janisha was acting her what was in it, and she was trying to act like she ain't know. But neither here nor there, one thing Tommy kept saying was she wanted the entertainment to come out. And I'm like, well, girl, who's the entertainment? And Janisha was like, girl, we gonna bring them out. And I'm trying to figure out who the entertainment is, and they'll bring them out shortly. But then the issue came up between her and Rollie, because they had that fight when she came off the giraffe the last time. Now, Rollie said she cool. She don't want to fight, ain't had no beef with Tommy. And Tommy felt the same way, so they were able to bury that hatchet, which was good for this situation. Now, next we got Diamond the Body, who came out looking like she was going to the prom. Diamond the Body, what is going on? Did you buy that dress from them Asian people that be on Facebook and Instagram? And when you go to order the stuff coming all the way from China? Because that's the tease is given. But either way, Diamond the Body came looking like she was going to the prom. And people quickly noticed that Diamond the Body wearing sneakers. So that means she's supposed to be ready for anything. And I don't think she's going to be ready. And that's the worst part, because she got on sneakers. I don't know why you bought the sneakers, Diamond. Girl, you should have just left the heels on. So Diamond the Body addresses the audience because we all know she is a fan favorite. She is the MVB. And she basically tells everybody that, she's out here working, doing her big one, getting brand deals, signing deals and things of that nature. And I keep telling y'all, this is why Zeus keeps her around. They understand that she is TV gold. But neither here nor there, Diamond basically talks about the situation with her and Natalie and the fact that she got mad at Pretty P for not fighting her. And Diamond says she don't want no smoke because she felt like she got it off her chest. But if Natalie wants it, she's here for it. And I'm sitting up here saying, Diamond, that's what I wanted you to be. But that ain't the way it turned out. We gonna get to it, though. Hold on. And now for the main events. Here we got with LCK. Why LCK decided to lose that wig. That wig that looked like the shag carpet from Scooby-Doo. That wig that looked like commercial carpet. She decided to take off the wig and put on a bonnet to come outside and fight everybody. And I'm over here saying, why? Like, Elsie, did you need the screen time? Because you had to know when you got ready that you was not going to win these fights. You had to know it. The reason I know you knew it, because I knew it when I seen you walk out. So I know you had to look in the mirror at one point in time before you walked out that bathroom and knew you was going to get your ass whooped. So LCK jumps out the window and starts calling out Rollie, telling Rollie to clap her knees together and get up off the couch because she won't fight. And I'm over here saying, Elsie, bitch, have you ever fought a Wolverine, girl? What is you doing? And I wasn't the only one thinking like that. Look at Diamond the Body, girl. Diamond the Body was even over there like, girl, what is going on? Somebody check her temperature. Did they give her a bump? What's going on? Did she take something? What's happening? And girl, look at Tommy. Girl, even Tommy was like, girl, yeah, she crazy. Tommy said, girl, I bump all the time. I don't know what she got. And I'm over here saying, Tommy, girl, you got to give her some of your stuff because the stuff she taking got her talking crazy, girl. Tommy don't know what to do. So while all that's going on, Rollie quietly tells Anna, take this thing out the back of my wig. Now, what is it that you wanted her to take out? What was going on? Did y'all see it? Drop down in the comments, right? Now, while all this going on, LCK doing her big one, talking her shit's naive, right? So Rollie takes her time and get herself situated. And I'm over here saying, Elsie, bitch, girl, you is fighting a giant. Ain't no rules in fighting. Girl, while Rollie was sitting on that couch with her knees kissing and her ankles doing a separation device, bitch, I'd have ran up on that hoe so fast. She would have seen what hit her. But she let Rollie get up and Rollie clapped them knees together like Dorothy did them red slippers. And bitch, it was on. Girl, you should have been there. First off, Rollie started with a kick. And I don't want nobody to get on here and say it's inhumane for me to think to kick Rollie knees back in because Rollie kick every time she turned around. And the bitch could kick real high like a majorette. Something in the milk ain't clean about Rollie. Say what I say. So, girl, the fight commenced to start, and I keep telling y'all can't go up against no hippo and get close. You gotta get him from the bike, way far away. Girl, Elsie let this girl get close on her, and it was murder, she wrote. Murder, she wrote. Girl, when I tell you, Rollie tore Elsie out the frame, girl. Rollie wore her out like a bad 5-year-old. Do you hear me? Rollie wore Elsie out like she needed a nap, bitch. I'm telling you, like, Rollie, girl, it was so bad. And for 2.5 seconds, nope. 0.5 seconds, I almost felt sorry for LCK. But then I had to remind myself that LCK invited this fade. So I gotta let LCK ride on the fade train now. And it is what it is. Now, after the fight, Elsie wanted to go another round. But see, you was going too fast and Rollie couldn't catch her breath. Plus, her knees started rattling. She didn't know what was going on. She thought it was some sort of medical emergency. So Rollie had to hurry up and retreat while Elsie was over there hollering she still won't fight. Now look at Rollie trying to play it off like her knees don't rattle. Oh, I'm good, Elsie. I don't want to fight you no more, girl. I already fought you. I already beat you up. It don't make sense to fight you. And I'm over here saying, Elsie, where is your antennas, girl? See, you could tell Rollie was tired and through. When that hoe started digging dirt out her nails on the couch, I knew right then and there it was Elsie's time to shine, girl. Girl, you had an opportunity of a lifetime to go down in Baddies history as taking down David and Goliath, and you missed it. All because you want to be over there hiding and screaming, talking about Rollie was just hating on you. No, Rollie told the truth. You on here faking the funk and you don't like it. It ain't got nothing to do with what Rollie saying behind your back. It ain't got nothing to do with what you saying in no confessionals. Girl, you was just tired, Elsie, and I hope to never see you again. And I said what I said. So Rollie ends up telling LCK that she don't want to fight her and that she just gonna have to get it how she live and fight herself. And you know, honestly, Elsie been fighting herself this whole time. And that's why she lose all her fights. She gotta fight other opponents, Rollie. So give her another round. But Rollie is tired. She can't. And in my opinion, I don't care what nobody say, Elsie should have ran up over there and put that hoe in a blender. Say what I said. Cause girl, look at Elsie clothes. Girl, Rollie put a new design on that whole jacket. Girl, ain't no way. Girl, they would have to get me off of Rollie. I don't care if I'd have got beat up. Long as I'd have landed one good lick. Say what I said, girl. I'd have got beat up 3 black eyes. But I'd have been like, I got that lick, though. Say what I said, girl. Elsie, you better than me. So now the other people was like, well, at least Elsie stood on business. And shout out to Saucy. Girl, she got beat up. Girl, like, again, participation trophies, not. We're done with that. You don't get to be like getting bigged up after you get beat up. You don't get beat up and bigged up. We need to bring it back to the old school. After you get beat up, you go home and lick your wounds and lay down and hope people forget. Old school stuff, girl. You don't get no trophy. So Janisha is trying to talk some sense into Elsie and beg and plead for her, please not to throw another lick. But Elsie is thrown off. You know what I'm saying? Not only will she throw another lick, she throw it off. Girl, tell me why Elsie K says she still got beef with Fina. No, I don't know if she said Fina, but definitely Skrilla and K Rican. And look at the bald head 3. Girl, look, in the bike, y'all done got dressed up, makeup, hair, and all that stuff. $3,000 wigs to come out here and take it off and go fight bald head, girl. Girl, y'all should have just came to the reunion like this. I ain't gonna lie, I would have. Girl, please. Before they come out, they bring out Pretty P, and I already knew when Pretty P came out with the 1-2 jogging suit, she was ready to fight. It ain't even matter who it was. Pretty P came out, swinging them arms back and forth like she just ready to throw one on a nigga. You feel what I'm saying? And I'm over here saying, LCK, please don't say nothing, whatever you do. And before I could look up, look at Elsie. Come on, Pretty P. You want to fight me? And I'm over here saying, girl, wasn't you just saying you didn't want no beef with this girl right before she came out? You literally just told that to Janisha. Not a girl out here and you won't get beat up again. You must be crazy. And yeah, she is. Because when I tell you Pretty P ran up on Elsie and Elsie had no idea what was happening. Girl, all I know is Elsie's eyes was blinking faster than her arms was swinging, girl. And Pretty P was just knocking and knocking and knocking, and I'm over here saying, throwing a towel on somebody, please. But nobody threw in a towel. It was like watching Celebrity Deathmatch or some type of fight club, girl. It was crazy. Suicide it was. Now, after the fight, Pretty P came out victorious and twerking and all that stuff, and everybody was like, Pretty P, Pretty P. Because remember, nobody likes LCK. We booed her, and rightfully so. So LCK feels some type of way because she got beat up, and she don't know why because she started it. It's crazy. But now I gotta be honest and I gotta be fair. Saucy called it. Saucy said that last round, Pretty P, Saucy said LCK landed a few licks. And why did he say that? Because that caused Pretty P to reactivate and go run on Elsie again, girl. Put her back in the blender. And I'm over here saying, girl, let her loose. Turn her loose, Pretty P. Please turn her loose. But Pretty P had already decided in her own heart that Elsie was going to have to pay the piper. And listen, one thing I learned about people who know how to fight, like even with Big Lex and Pretty P, it don't necessarily be them wanting to keep fighting over because they lost. They just don't like getting touched. So especially by somebody who don't know how to fight. I mean, look at LCK. Girl, could you imagine getting beat up and look up and see this face, bitch? Girl, I would think this was a nightmare. Bitch, I would think I was really in a nightmare and I'm about to die. But yeah, LCK got beat up again. What this is, fight number 2 or 3, it don't matter. She lose them all no way. Yeah, LCK got beat up again and she calling these fades to get her own beaten. Like, it's crazy. I never seen nothing like this. This must be something they do over in Alaska or something. Where's she from? And this the angle right here that Saucy was saying Elsie had landed a couple of licks. And I ain't gonna lie. Even though I don't like Elsie, I gotta be honest. She did land a couple of licks. She did do that. And that's why Pretty P wanted another round. I get you, girl. Look at Rollie. This a Wednesday evening for her. This is a regular random Taco Tuesday in her living room. It's like that whole like watching Mendingo fighting or something. Something wrong with Rollie, girl. So now they asked Pretty P why she fought LCK, and Pretty P was like, girl, she fought me. I didn't fight her, number 1. And then number 2, she was like, girl, she was over there talking crazy about me. I didn't say nothing about her. And at the end of the day, Pretty P will fight anybody. Like, that's just a given. But Elsie seems to not understand what just happened. I think she's delirious. I think that's what it is. You know, they say in boxing, after you get your head knocked around too many times, they say your brain rattle around like a marble in a jar. I'm pretty positive that's what happened to LCK. She was delusional. So now, girl, Janisha finally calls out the entertainment because Tommy is wanting and needing this entertainment. So Janisha decided to put both hands together and not pray, but call on the little 3. And that is Fina, Cold Killer, Killer, aka Skrilla, and K Rican. Now, in any other normal scenario, I would call these girls 3 the hard way. But seeing that they lose most of their fights and they don't have their wigs on, we just gonna go ahead on and call them 3 the ball way. So 3 the ball way came outside, laughing and ranting and, hey girl, wow. But what they don't know is LCK got a cake baked for them. Yes, LCK won't smoke with all 3 of them, girl. And the first person she sees is K Rican, and so LCK calls her out to the floor. And I'm over here saying, well, this could go either way. I ain't gonna lie. Because outside of Fana, K Rican and Skrilla, they really can't fight, y'all. I had to say that part. I'm sorry. They very entertaining, though. Beautiful girls. Beautiful gowns as well. So now, the first fight between LCK and K Rican, I ain't gonna lie. If I can remember it correctly, I will say I feel like K Rican won the fight. But Elsie ain't lose neither. I ain't gonna lie. Elsie was dropping a few bees on them. Look, she was dropping a few of them down. And the fact that K Rican has this issue with putting her head down to fight, I think that's gonna be her downfall. And I don't know, maybe she don't want to mess up her face because K Rican is a beautiful girl. But if that's the case, just don't fight. You gotta give it your all, Fat. Please do not be the girl who lost a fight to no goddamn LCK. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, we got Anna Mac and Diamond the Body over there in the corner looking like they taking bets. And I want to know who is they betting on. Because I want to put my little money on the side and see if I could get a little bet on there. Yeah, but this better be difficult because it's like watching 2 slow racehorses walk to the finish line. This when I knew that LCK, even if she did win a fight, it won't matter. Because, girl, I had forgot K Rican had literally milliseconds before it just got out of a fight and was over there hugging the other girls. Like, LCK, why do you have hands if you not gonna be able to swing them bitches? Girl, what is going on? What in the kangaroo pouch is they teaching you over there in Aussie, girl? Get out of Outback and come into the hood. And now she done called out Skrilla. Skrilla, first of all, girl, you look so bad. Skrilla, I had to say that, poor girl. And I know you're going to end up fighting, was it you or the other girl who fight Miranda? Either way, girl, I just want to say, before you get into your fight, you look bad. But either way, LCK wanted to smoke and LCK called out the smoke. Now, LCK got everybody in the audience losing their mind. I guess Elsie said, girl, if I'm going to get beat up all season, I might as well steal one of these episodes of this reunion. As you should, girl. Brand yourself as the girl to get beat up. And look at her tying up her bonnet. Side note, LCK finer than a bitch. You know what I'm saying? Girl, I ain't gonna lie. LCK had them shorts on standing in them fight stances, and I said, oh, there go LCK. Gotcha, girl. Anyway, so now here she go in a fight stance, getting ready to fight Skrilla, and I'm saying, Skrilla, girl, I sure hope you ate your Wheaties, because this girl is on E, but she's still going. She riding on fumes. Girl, they get the tangling up, and I ain't gonna lie, I think this the fight I would kind of sort of give to LCK. I ain't gonna lie, this the one I give to her. I ain't gonna feel like she ate up K Rican ish. I don't know. Like I said, it's like watching turtles walk backwards. It's just hard to gauge. Either way, they both lost. How about that? But they going into the tangle and twisting, girl, fighting. And LCK is fighting for her life. She trying to do her wrestling moves that she learned in 3rd grade from her big brother. She trying anything she could, but she didn't have no power because she took a wig off. See, all her power lies within that wig. And when she took it off and came bald head, it took all the powers away. So now she's just stuck out here, stuck like this. But either way, girl, they get the fighting and cussing and carrying on. I'm looking for security. I can't find Natalie. I can't find productions. I can't find the babes, girl. I can't find nobody. All I know is we need an ambulance because LCK definitely gonna need it after she get mollywopped on this doggone reunion by people who don't even know how to fight. Girl, long story short, they down on the ground. It looks like LCK might be winning, but it also looks like LCK might be losing. This is the conundrum I find myself when I'm dealing with anything surrounding or involving Elsie goddamn K. So, girl, when Skrilla got on top of LCK and her knees went to knocking like Jehovah's Witness, bitch, I see, oh, Rollie done cast a spell on that girl knees. Why would you do that, Rollie? Nah, I'm just playing. Elsie K just got beat up. And you know, they say when you get knocked out, your knees start to buckling. So that's what happened. And I don't know if Skrilla knocked out, but I do know Skrilla was on top. Mink, mink, mink. And you know, it didn't really go like that, but that's how she gonna say it in a confessional. And all of a sudden, finally, security come over there. Natalie must have been behind the scenes in the curtain hollering, pass the vapes. Production, directors, get this. She had to be saying something because all of a sudden everybody just ran out of nowhere and they tried to save LCK or at least do what they could to save LCK. And I didn't know how bad it was until I looked up and I saw Diamond. Now, one thing Diamond is good for is making a face. Diamond is good for having that cliffhanger face. You know, Diamond is the face they make at the end of the episode that make you wait till next week to see what happened. You see what I'm saying? So when I saw Diamond face, I'm like, oh, Lord, girl, what is going on the floor? What did happen? Somebody get LCK. And then I saw Tommy that reached over her neck to look down on the floor. And I said, it's got to be bad. Oh, yes, it's got to be bad. If Tommy done looked and goose-necked and rubber-necked over the couch to see what was going on, it had to be bad. By the time I looked up, girl, they had done pulled Skrilla off of LCK. LCK's lifeless body just laid there on the stage of the reunion, hoping and praying that the cameras won't catch her face. But what she got to know is this. Girl, we gon' see that face. And we only expecting nothing but the worst, okay? So regardless of if you crawl under that couch, bitch, we will send a drone to look at that face. So get up off that floor so we can see what's going on and go about our business. And that's the end of the episode. What y'all think about this, girl? Drop down in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, follow me on all platforms, and I'll catch y'all hoes on the next one, girl. Bye.
Mr. Carroll, how you give the voodoo dog time to talk? I don't get no fucking time to talk.
Who the voodoo doll is?
The nigga you just had up here.